Hey there, home athletes. Coach Morgan here at Rivet. Hope you're having a great Saturday so far, and I hope you plan on getting after this workout I have planned for you. It's a pretty long piece. We're looking at 20 plus minutes, probably getting on for half an hour or so of time. You won't be working the entire time, ideally. There will be some rest in there as well, but about half an hour or so of your day after you get warmed up. Going to be well worth it. Trust me, you'll feel great afterwards. What are we looking at today? So here's the deal. We have one round starting every 10 minutes, right? So basically you have 3 10-minute windows. So get your timer set up 3 times 10 minutes. In that first 10-minute segment and in the last 10-minute segment, right? So 3, 2, 1, go at the 0, and then when the clock hits 20, I want you to run a mile, okay? So the goal here with this mile run, in both of your mile runs, the beginning and in the last part of the workout, is that I'd like to see everybody get that mile run done in, let's say, less than 8 minutes. In particular, that first one, right? So I want you to get at least 2 minutes of rest before moving on to the second part of the workout. I'll talk about that in a second. So 1 mile run, 8 minutes or less, somewhere in the 7 to 8 minute range is where I'd like to see most people. If you see yourself doing more like a 9 or a 10-minute run, go ahead and shorten that 1 mile run up a little bit. We can turn that into a 1,200 meter run, which would be about 3/4 of a mile. Again, it's like if you feel you can do that in 8 minutes or less, go for that. Might even be an 800 meter run, which would be half a mile. So somewhere in that range, we're looking for about an 7 to 8 minute run, both in that first part and in the last part. All right, so figure out your run, calculate the distance. The goal is to get it done in 8 minutes or less, so you get at least 2 minutes to rest. On the last part, obviously, there's nothing coming after that. So if you feel like you maybe want to run the full mile, go right ahead. It's your workout. Feel free to play around with that. That first one, definitely keep it to 8 minutes or less, so you get some rest afterwards. Before moving on to the second part, so 3, 2, 1, go. You have 10 minutes to do your run, first run, right? And then on the second part, when the clock hits the 10-minute mark, you move on to the second part of the workout. So from 10 to 20, we have 10 minutes to complete 3 rounds of 16 single dumbbell alternating hang clusters. That is a really long name for an exercise. I'll demonstrate what it is in just a moment. And 16 dumbbell facing burpees, right? 3 rounds. This one, I think, you can definitely get done in 8 minutes or less. You'll get your rest before that last run. So let's talk about our dumbbell movements here. So you have your 1 dumbbell today. And let me demonstrate the hanging cluster for you. So you're going to be on a 16 total. That is going to be 8 per side. You're going to switch hands every rep. And each side is 16. So dumbbell. We're going to go hang position right between my knees right here. Notice from the side, as with so many things we do, we're loading up those hips, right? Sending those hips back, loading up our glutes and hamstrings. Feet are staying flat on the floor. What we're going to do is we're going to jump, shrug, and squat. So dumbbell comes from the knees. We're going to jump up, right? We're going to use those hips, those legs, drive us up. We're going to shrug that shoulder a little bit. We're going to bring that dumbbell up to the shoulders, and we're going to squat. Full squat at the bottom, and then we're going to drive that dumbbell all the way up overhead, right? You can't see my dumbbell, but got a nice straight arm right here. Dumbbell up all the way overhead. That is 1 rep I just did. I would bring it back down to the shoulder, bring it back down to the hang. Switch hands, of course. Left hand now, same idea. Jump, shrug, squat, and press. This is called a dumbbell hang cluster. Not that you need to remember that, but. So I switch hands again, taking it from the knee level, jump up, bring it to the shoulders, full squat, press it up overhead. I've done, 3 reps now? Rep number 4 again, switch to the other side, jump, shrug, and press. It's a nice, big movement. Shoulders, hips, core, get a lot of bang for your buck in that one. Great movement. And then, so your 16 reps there, 8 per arm, 16 total. Then we're doing 16 over the dumbbell burpees. So you get your dumbbell on the floor, which you can't see because my camera is not set up correctly. Sorry about that. I'm going to move it a little bit. So you have my dumbbell on the floor. So I just did my 16 hanging clusters. Put my dumbbell down. I'm going to face my dumbbell. I'm going to do a burpee on this side. I'm going to bring my feet in. Facing the dumbbell, I'm going to jump over the dumbbell. That's one that I just did, right? So our normal dumbbell burpee, right? We usually come out of a burpee and do a little like that. That was replaced by the jump over the dumbbell. So I do 16 reps right there. So you do 3 rounds of that. The 16 clusters, 16 over the dumbbell burpees, 3 rounds. And again, we're trying to get that done in less than 8 minutes so you get some rest in there. You should have at least 2 minutes. I think you'll probably have like 2.5, maybe as many as 3 minutes to rest before the clock hits the 20-minute mark, 2000, and then you go on your last part, your last run. You know, your 1 mile run, your 1,200 meter run, whatever it is. Again, trying to keep that to 8 minutes or less. So, run, 3 rounds, run, right? Run at the 0, do your 3 rounds at the 10, do your second run, final run at the 20. There you go. Warm up today. I'm not going to do this with you in real time. I'm just going to demonstrate for you. You can do it as you see fit. Warm up today, 3 rounds. I want you to take a nice, easy pace 200-meter run. You should have that marked out by now, hopefully. 200-meter run takes about a minute, you know, so a few houses down, a few houses back, whatever. Hopefully you have that measured out. 200-meter run. Let's go 10 slow counterbalance squats. I love counterbalance squats because it's great practice in squat mobility for us to squat nice and low with a relatively upright torso. You have your dumbbell, or this could be any sort of a light weight. It shouldn't be very heavy, 10, 12, maybe 15 pounds at the most. We start at the top with the weight in the chest. Then as we squat down, we extend that weight out in front. I call these counterbalance squats because this weight is acting as a counterbalance to your body weight. You notice where I can stay nice and upright in my torso, and squatting nice and low, bring it back to the chest at the top. Let's go 10 nice slow reps here. Let's push it away, squat, and stand. All right? So you got 10 times. Then I want you to do 5 push-up to down dog. Hopefully you're familiar with these by now. Good way to warm up your shoulders and stretch out your calves and upper body a little bit. 5 reps here. Do your very best push up you can. Push up and down dog. You know, spend anywhere from 3-5 seconds or so in your down dog. Focus, of course, is pressing the heels down and gently pressing the chest down towards the toes. So do that 3 times. 200-meter run, 10 counterbalance squats, 5 push-up down dogs. 3 times at your own pace, and then get your timer set, get your run distances measured out, and get after that workout. I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you have a great Saturday, and I hope you come back on Monday for more. Morgan out.